Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
Longtime co-presenters Jeremy Clarkson, James May, and Richard Hammond have reportedly dissolved the company behind their biggest show. Jeremy, 64, started hosting the hit BBC series Top Gear with James, 61, and Richard, 54, as far back as 2002. In 2015, the trio left the series after Jeremy's contract ended and instead created the popular Amazon Prime series The Grand Tour. Over 2 decades after the 3 TV personalities kickstarted their working relationship, however, it seems to have quietly concluded. At least for now. It comes after the huge success of Clarkson's Farm, one of Prime's most watched series with Jeremy at the helm as he attempts to run Diddley Squat Farm. Now in its 3rd season, the show first premiered in 2021. It has maintained the media star's constant presence on screen since the Grand Tour aired its 5th season in 2022. On Thursday, the 3 presenters reportedly signed off on dissolving the production company they co-owned, W. Chump and Sons. In the 3 documents filed to the government agency Companies House, they appointed a voluntary liquidator and made a special resolution to wind up, according to the Mail Online. That means that, as of now, the only confirmed upcoming project featuring Thule beloved trio is the final Grand Tour special filmed in Zimbabwe, which will be released later this year. In February, Richard appeared on the Chris Evans Breakfast Show to hint that the end was nigh. Above all else, we wanted to land this thing at a time, in a place, and in a manner of our choosing. That was absolutely key to us, he said at the time. He continued, and we realized that, I don't know, 15 years ago when it first got carried away and became big. Because we didn't take off on purpose, this just happened. We set out to make a car show and it grew into something we didn't expect. So when the time comes to stop, we want to be the ones to say, stop. Rather than any one of us, for instance, getting us massively fired. Or one of us die in a crash, or any other way of ending. His words were echoed by James, who told Unilad, I think people would only really like us doing cars, despite what some people say. Oh, I think you should all go off and do cooking or you should all go and do a podcast about nothing. He added that they should just let it lie. Meanwhile, Jeremy spoke to The Times earlier this year where he admitted they had run out of ideas for future installments and he was no longer physically fit enough for the demands of the show. Jeremy and Richard met on the 1st season of BBC's motoring series Top Gear in 2002, with James joining from the 2nd season. In 2013, the show made it into the Guinness World Record book after becoming the world's most watched factual TV program. At one point it enjoyed over 350 million viewers across 200 countries. Jeremy was removed from the series in 2015 due to a behind-the-scenes issue and his co-stars resigned in solidarity shortly after. As for the Grand Tour, it became the biggest show premiere ever on Amazon Prime Video at the time with major critical acclaim. In an interview with The Telegraph earlier this year, James joked that they were creatively fueled by a mutual loathing, although that's why their dynamic worked. In response, Jeremy later added, We've spent more time in each other's company than our families over the last 25 years, so I don't think it would have lasted as long as it did if we'd hated each other as much as James likes to think. Emily Clarkson reveals medical struggles and hospitalization during pregnancy. Jeremy Clarkson shares grim discovery after buying pub on dogging site. Clarkson's Farm Season 4 filming grinds to a halt for golden moment. Clarkson's Farm fans say there's no more tears after huge update. Although this lucrative partnership appears to be over, the 3 are pursuing individual opportunities. As Jeremy continues his money-spinning farming adventures, Richard is presenting a brand new podcast on Global called Who Are We Now with his daughter Izzy about mental health. As for James, he will reportedly be fronting a new series called The Dull Men's Club. What I rent. At 23 years old, I live in a £2 for 50 PCM London flat in Zone 1. The vibrant London borough where rents are falling the fastest. Landlords are imposing an utterly ridiculous rule on tenants, but it's perfectly